There are a lot of people that don't know or didn't know what narcissism was until recently, but we have been knowing about the traits and the symptoms for a very long time. We just didn't know the term that groups all of those traits together. So we would call a person by their most toxic trait, and we would say things like, that person's selfish, that person feels entitled, that person is a know-it-all, that person is a liar, and that person never apologizes even when they know they wrong. So with all of that being said, saying that we didn't know what narcissism was doesn't excuse the fact that we ignored all of the symptoms, traits, and red flags. We have to change our mindset because the onus is on us not to feel like we're too far invested in a relationship to leave once we start experiencing toxic behavior, no matter how long it took them to show it. And if you are the type of person that wears your heart on your sleeve, you will almost always fall in love before they reveal who they really are. But it usually doesn't take long for a person to start showing narcissistic behavior. If you've been with a person 6 months to a year, they've probably shown you 3 to 4 narcissistic traits. The mass majority of us have at least one narcissistic trait, if not more. So we can't be out here diagnosing people as narcissists when we have 2 or 3 traits that we should be working on ourselves. And if you're in a relationship and you and your partner are not acknowledging y'all's narcissistic traits and y'all not trying to correct these traits for the betterment of the relationship moving forward, then y'all just need to let the relationship go. Because at this point, the return on the time invested is always going to be a waste of time. And another thing, we have to stop thinking that a person is going to change their toxic behavior toward us because we are overwhelming them with kindness. Fellas, your narcissistic girlfriend is not going to start treating you better because you're being this fairy tale boyfriend. You're probably going to annoy her as she continues to take advantage of you even more because you won't stand up for yourself and be a man. And ladies, your narcissistic boyfriend is not going to do a complete 180 and change and start treating you better because you at home acting as a wife. He's probably just going to continue doing him because he knows you're not going nowhere. Now, if we're going to talk about the worst of the worst narcissists, you know, the ones that need to be diagnosed, if not already. Now, these people don't show you any red flags, symptoms, or traits because that will mess up the trap. And the way that they trap you is by making you fall in love, making you marry them too fast, moving you far away from your family, making you financially dependent on them, making you paperly dependent on them. And I know I just made up a word, but that's i.e. you from another country and you need them to complete your paperwork. And you also can get trapped by them using children. You can get trapped by the age gap. You know, that young fine woman with that old man, or that young handsome fella with that old woman. And last but not least, a narcissist will trap you when they know that they are way out of your league and you would do anything to keep them because you've never been with a person that looks that attractive. Hey, y'all continue to reach out and invest in these coaching sessions because just as much as you think and or know you need help, I know that I need to give it because my passion is to help you have a better relationship with your inner self so you can have a great relationship with someone else. But in the meantime, leave a comment, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at @QuoteOneself. And if you're not already on my YouTube, go to it and subscribe at @QuoteOneself, and I'll see y'all in the next video.